Here we are.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Where are we?
Where are we? I don't know. Oh, you know what? I have to do something really quick. Bear with me 1 second because I didn't do this because I'm on the other side of the computer. La 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 la.
Oh, we didn't check our audio. We didn't do anything.
I don't want to smoke
We're
you guys out.
distracted this morning.
All right. So
And there we are.
Okay. So
Hi.
hopefully the volume is where it needs to be.
So we are in the middle of Florida, kind of near Lake Okeechobee. And Aiden, what? Let me see if I can do this. What is this?
There are people saying hello.
Hello. Am I getting this
Faith
right?
says the sound is good. Oh, what is that? No. Yeah, that's it right there.
Yes.
Right there. That
no,
thing.
but I can't do a circle in the right way. There you go. There we go. What is that? What is that?
It's there. Right there. See
Who
it?
knows?
Right there.
Who knows what it is? Who knows?
Granddad Rufus is here. I know Granddad Rufus. He's from Owl Watch. He's like one of the technicians.
Yes.
He's like one of the keepers of
So he knows what that is. It's an owl box. It's an owl box.
And in that box
there is an owl. Mrs. Owl, to be specific.
2/3.
So Mrs. Owl and 2 future owls are in there. And if you go to owlwatch.org, you can see Mrs. Owl, and you probably will, well, if you watch a lot, you might see the 2 future owls in there.
I would say toggle back and forth between us and her when we start singing and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't tested this yet, but she was just like looking around when we were doing a little warm-up. It's pretty cool. All right, I gotta, this is an Owl Watch mug, sort of. Mrs. Owl Watch
made the mug.
Made this mug. Outstanding. Can't do much better than that, but we'll see.
So we were trying to pick out a song, and our thing lately has been to pick out songs that we have not done a lot here on Elevenses, which leads to the disaster of songs that we have not played a lot. So,
What fun.
are you tuned and ready? So I don't think I know all the words to this. I'm counting on Aiden to prompt me, but if not, there'll be a lot of,
How's it go again? Then
there'll be a lot of stalling.
somebody on the chat, like Lori knows the words, she can
She
type
won't know
the words
so
in.
then we
I can
hardly ever
read.
do this one. Damned if I know how the whole thing came unwound. It was all smooth sailing, and the ship just ran aground. Now we're stuck here in the doldrums till high tide set it wind, trying to make up our minds about each other again. Well, there was a time I could see it. Well, there was a time I could read the sky, how the clouds moved and where the birds would fly. I don't know the reason, I don't think about it much. There's a subtlety to seasons, I have lost my touch. We are at the mercy of the wind and of the tide. Sometimes calm is worse than the storm. We are at the mercy of the waves deep inside. Sometimes calm is worse than the storm. First I was angry at the sky and at the sea, convinced that they had conspired against me. It was a strange way of thinking. In the heat I had gone mad. As my hopes were sinking, rage was all I had. When my mind was still, I could hear my own heartbeat. Feel the sun on my skin, the sand beneath my feet. Knew that it was my choice, if this was hell or paradise. And if it's up to me, well, I will not think twice. We are at the mercy of the wind and of the tide. Sometimes calm is worse than the storm. We are at the mercy of the waves deep inside. Sometimes calm is worse than the storm. What's that? at the mercy of the wind and the tide. Sometimes calm is worse than the storm. We are at the mercy of the waves deep inside. Sometimes calm is worse than the storm.
We can skip a verse.
Calm is worse than the storm. Calm is worse than the storm. Calm is worse than the storm. You don't know this song. I was not worried about myself. I was not the one who did not know the song musically either. So it's a weird thing to write a song and play a song and record a song and not know it. But we don't ever play that one live. I don't really know why, and so we never rehearse it. Obviously. You know, a lot of times I'll make a mistake. I'll look at Aiden like it's his fault, but this time it really was.
So so we're at the Owl Watch. There's the Owl Box, and if you go on owlwatch.org, you get to see what's happening inside the box. And here's the cool thing: it's 24/7. It's like you can see infrared at night.
And so last night, I don't know, maybe around 8 o'clock or something, we were watching Mrs. Owl get fed. Mr. Owl was showing up with, I think we saw crayfish, showing up with food because she's busy on the nest. And he's feeding, and I kind of like that arrangement. In case you're wondering, Aiden, that she's just sitting and food is being brought to her.
Sandy says Mrs. Owl looked up when we stopped playing.
Hi, Mrs. Owl.
Hello, Mrs. Owl.
Woohoo! And there's audio, and you can hear her call and him answer, or him call and her answer, which is also pretty cool.
In all fairness, I think the audio was turned off for the last day or so
because
while we were here because we were making a lot of noise around the house and stuff.
Maybe talking about you and saying things that shouldn't be out there.
But speaking of people bringing food,
well, I just want to say that the owls are due on February 24 around. Right. So if you're not like committed to watching owls all the time, around February 21st, so maybe 23, 24, 20. Baby owls. Owls.
And they hang around for quite a few days,
yes.
Weeks even, getting fed and stuff. So if you're squeamish, maybe not so much, but
no, but they get fluffier and cuter as the days go on, in my opinion. I mean, not that they're not always cute, Mrs. Owl. They're always cute, but
Nature in action. Don't step on that cord.
So we are at the home of Sue and Paul, and they've seen Elevenses, so they've seen us destroy Michael and Siobhan's kitchen, and they've seen us destroy Deanna and Faith's kitchen, and they said maybe not so much with making a mess in their kitchen. And so I thought, well, whatever. It's Elevenses. We have beverages. We don't need a snack. And yet, just like Mr. Owl brings Mrs. Owl food, Mrs. Owl Watch has brought, and you can tell that this is nothing I did because it's really beautiful, right? So there's a lovely owl placemat, there's a beautiful plate, and a beautiful apple cake.
Did you say owl cake?
Oh, I did say owl cake. Apple cake. That would be, did I say? Okay. So I'm making you hold this, Aiden.
That's fine. They like to see me work.
Let's see if I can make this
Thanks,
happen.
Dog Mechanic says, nice song, guys. Dog Mechanic. Is that...
That's Asher.
Asher? Hey, Asher.
There we go. Apple cake. Do you want to bite? Since
I
you've been
do
working
want to
so
bite.
hard? Okay.
I'm just going to stuff it in my pie hole, my cake hole.
I'm going to hold this so that
Do you have
can
the
eat.
napkins underneath there?
I do.
All right, then. It's good.
Nice.
It's very good. You want some?
So, we'll be in Florida for the rest of the week and through the weekend, and then we head home. So next week we will be back in our own kitchen or somewhere in the house. It won't be nice enough to be out on the porch like we are here. But, what?
Put this down a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, put it, slide that under there.
I don't know
That
what
there.
you're doing. I don't know what he's doing.
I want to show you the other part here.
Oh, okay. Here, would you set that down so I don't have to stand here and hold it while you're You got the napkins too?
Got
He's gonna do a little 360 view so you can.
it. So, there's the owl box. Which you can see, it's pretty cool, pretty nifty. And then this is the wild land that we're out in. But Dan and Faith, you guys will appreciate this. Solar! Because, well, you know, when you're out in the
Florida.
out in the wilds of Florida, you have to be able to sustain yourself when the storms come. So, and Lake Okeechobee doesn't flood anymore. We got for Phil and Diana, we got to see some cool birds yesterday.
So we saw white pelicans, like 100 of them. I'm not exaggerating.
Literally, yeah.
100. I will send you a real, an awful snapshot as proof. We saw a crested caracara. We saw something
the
else.
crested caracara, I'm pretty sure was drunk.
And a bald eagle.
And the bald eagle posed like the dollar bill, sort of like. It's very cool.
So it was a really fun trip to the lake.
But of course, Paul, who is a bird knowledgeable person, was able to identify all these birds and take pictures.
Right. I have smudges that prove that we saw something.
Very cool.
So thank you guys for joining us for a special edition of Elevenses with Friction Farm.
And all you owl watchers, welcome. We're happy to see
welcome.
you. Thanks for joining us and,
Yes.
and seeing a little bit of the owl house that you don't get to see.
Right.
Sorry we're not showing you the kitchen, but
So for new people, we live in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains up in South Carolina. We know we have owls because we hear them a lot. We live in the middle of an oak forest. We have screech owls, we have barred owls. That's all I've been able to identify, and I've seen none of them except for a baby screech owl. But we'll be back at our house. There won't be any owls joining us, but
maybe someday we'll get bears. We have the bears at the house, but they don't make an appearance in the kitchen, fortunately.
if you put a snack out on the porch, we would have bears.
So, and this is for Laura Sue. We're going to sign off shortly.
So you may finish your typing. People have told us that we just go, okay, we're out, and we click, and you don't have time. So we are signing off. I'm Christine.
I'm Aiden.
We are Friction Farm.
Thanks for joining us for
Thanks.
Elevenses, a
Thanks
song
for
and a
being
snack.
here. And we'll see you next Thursday.
See y'all. Take your time.
I'm taking my time.